Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I wanted to give you guys some advice on buying your home. You guys have seen my quick house tour. I did a Q&A, but I really wanted to touch base on some advice for you guys because we have been a homeowner for what, March? Let me calculate this real quick. Homeowner for about 6 months now. And things have happened. So I wanted to give you guys some advice, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. And there are some things that I'm like, okay, I wish I would have known this before moving. But you know what? You just go through the swing of things. So I kind of wanted to give some advice because maybe you're about to purchase your new home, or maybe you're in the process of trying to become a first-time home buyer. So let's get it. So when we first moved in, you know, we were glorified, like we were happy, everything. Then out of nowhere, things just started happening. And people don't tell you, it's like when you first move in, ish will happen. And we were like, child, it was like things happening back to back. First, when we got our dryer and washer plugged up, I decided to test it out because we never tested the pipes. Of course, you can't test the pipes when you're going through inspection. There's things that you won't be able to physically do in the inspection and you won't find out until you move into your home. So this was one of them. We moved in, got the dryer and washer plugged up, decided to run the washer just to see how it would react, you know, and whatever, how your house is built and how your pipes are. So cool, we ran it. Then I come downstairs, I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, what in the heck? I'm thinking my child done took a dump somewhere and it's just laying around the house. No, I go in the laundry room and all I seen when I opened that door was sewage everywhere. It was an utter mess. So I'm like, what in the hell? What is going on? We end up getting it fixed. We end up finding out that there was like this big old block thing that was stuck in the drain. It was probably put there when they fixed the pipes, whatever. Nothing that we did, because I'm thinking, well, maybe my child put something in the toilet. I'm like, well, we haven't even been here that long. So I'm like, what in the world? End up getting that fixed. Then we had high winds going on, so the siding of our house came off. So it was like things happening back to back. But thank gosh with that. That's why it's so important when you're going through the process to get homeowners insurance, because you can call your homeowners insurance and be able to get that fixed and pay the deductible, and they will have people come out and fix it. And we also it was nothing but a blessing because our roof needed needed new shingles or something like that. Something that we didn't even know, because even when you go through the inspection, sometimes you can't always pinpoint what will need to be fixed depending on when the previous homeowner bought it or whatever the case is. Cool, we got it fixed. It was like things just happening back to back. But I'm so glad that we saved. And I tell people this outside of YouTube, that yes, you want to make sure you have your down payment or your closing costs, and whatever program that you do, you know, you just want to make sure that you have an additional amount of money left over, because things will happen. My boss, he was saying, it was so funny that he said, he was like, so has anything happened in your house? Like after I moved in like a month, and I gave him that look like, yes. Oh my gosh. So that was like a whole, he was saying like, that's just it's like a myth thingy that goes on, like after you move in, expect ish to just start happening. So we just had things happening back to back. But you know what? I just kept saying like, this is ours. And this is, you know, like, this is the most important thing. We don't have to worry about renting from anyone. So hey, this is what we signed up for. But I highly suggest you guys to save extra money because things will happen, and there will be things that you will need when you move into your house. Maybe you need blinds, maybe you need a fence. We need a fence because we live on an end house, and my children can't even play out back because we live on an end house, and I don't like people in my business. I'm protective of my babies. Like, I don't trust nobody. I don't care who you are. People are perverts, and yeah, so I gotta get my fence. You know, privacy. You wanna have privacy when you have, you have little ones and stuff. I'm trying to think what other advice, but that's like the big one. I just wanted to share those stories with you guys because when you move into your home, ish will happen, okay? Ish will happen. Be prepared. Ish will happen. Oh, another thing. Oh yeah, the third thing that happened, and this is another great thing I wanted to suggest with you guys. So our air, summertime, right? Our air stopped working. I'm like, this is just great. I'm like, first the washer pipe, then, you know, the siding, thanks to Mother Nature. Then this happens. It was so hot in my house. I think the highest my house reached was like 87 degrees. Can you imagine 87 degrees in a house versus being outside? It's hotter in a home versus outside. Like, you can go outside and feel like 87 degrees is nothing when you step foot in my house. My house felt like a sauna. So the great thing about it is my mother-in-law was like, I'm not sure where you guys live and what they call it, but here they call it we call it BGE, Baltimore Gas Electric. I don't know what they may name wherever you live at. So she said sign up for BGE Homes because, like, if that were to happen again, it wouldn't cost you, because you're paying a month out of your monthly bill, to cover that. Thank God we listened. So we got signed up, right? Got it fixed. And thank gosh, and the kicker was you had to kick out an additional fee. That's why I wanted to do this video and give you guys some advice. Make sure you have extra money saved over because it costs like 90 bucks just to sign up. Then that's not even what needs to be fixed because you may had to come out of pocket. Let me tell you how blessed we were. The thing that was wrong with our air, it was like I think he said a wire that needed to be hooked up. So that was all. And I was like, thank you, Lord. Because I couldn't imagine giving this man more money. More freaking money. It was like, I'm kicking out so much damn money. Oh my God, I can't even enjoy the house because it's like shit happening after shit. So we signed up. Then I want to say about 3 months. Was it 3? No, not even 3 months because this happened like the beginning of spring when it was hot. We got some of them hot days. So like 2 weeks ago, our air actually went out again. So when my father-in-law was cutting our grass, thank gosh we signed up for BG Homes because it didn't cost anything to fix. And the only thing that was wrong, it blew a flue, or however you say it. So he basically fixed that. It was like a 5-minute thing, and he gave us an extra one just in case it happened again. He was saying like when my father-in-law was cutting the grass, something may have happened. Your flume, it hit that and whatever. But it was fixed, thank gosh. It wasn't nothing major. Like, I couldn't even believe that we didn't even have to pay anything. Like, it was just, you just call and they come and fix it. So I'm not sure if like your family members have told you about things like that to get extra insurance on things because things can happen. And we signed up for the whole house. So like if something happens with like our plumbing, something happens with the air, the heat, the furnace, stuff like that. I can't remember what else we signed up for, but you can like choose which one you want to do. We did the whole house because shit can happen. So that's another great advice. Definitely get that insurance. And another great thing is I'm not sure, depending on the community you decide to live in, please do research before you purchase that home. I mean research, like see if it's in a flood zone, because before we moved, we didn't know that we lived in a flood zone. Not like a really bad flood zone, but where we live at, like if we get heavy rains, it does like get flooded outside our house. Like it hasn't been bad, but let me tell you guys, the first time it rained so bad, because you know, I don't know where you guys live, but here in Baltimore, we've been getting rain like every other freaking week, every week. You know, every couple days we've been getting rain. But thank gosh it hasn't been too bad. But when it did rain like really hard, I remember one time we were pulling up to about to turn into our block. We couldn't even get into our block. The police had it blocked off because it was flooded. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what the freak, bro? You know, it was like shit just kept happening. And it was, you know, it just made us not regret the process, but we were just like, bruh, why? But thank gosh, our house is like on a hill in our block. The most that it gets flooded is in the street. But it was just so scary because you just bought a home, you know, you're like, I don't want nothing to happen to my prized possession, you know. But thank God, on top of homeowners insurance, we also have flood insurance. So that's another great advice that I can give you guys, because depending on where you live, and even if you don't live in a flood zone, also check that out, because we're about to enter hurricane season, and it could be just your luck that your town will be next, depending on where you live. And since I live on the, you know, the eastern side, we are more prone to hurricanes versus other states. So that's something that I highly recommend if you do live on the eastern side of the world. Because listen, you don't want your prized possessions to go without, because if you get a flood, that's it. Your stuff is damaged and ain't nothing you can do to bring it back when you're about to become a first-time home buyer. Definitely check out grants. I know I said that before, but definitely check out those grants. Definitely see if you have any family in the military that can get you in the Navy Federal USA, so that you can get some type of first-time home buyers program. You know, that will also help you out, so that you don't have to really burn through your savings. You will have that money just in case when you move in, ish happens. Some things are a given of what you should do, you know, when you're trying to become a homeowner. But this is like post becoming a homeowner, like, and even post, but before becoming a homeowner as well, because people don't talk about the things that happens after you purchase your home. You know, ish will occur. It is natural. You won't be the only one going through it. Trust me, I thought I was the only one, but no, everybody that I talked to has said the same thing. Like, girl, when I moved in, this broke. When I moved in, this happened. You know, it's just something that just happens. I don't know, because you got to think about it. People fix these houses up to get you in the door, to get you excited to move into their home, to purchase their home. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get you to sign that paper. But things happen. It happens. So don't let it discourage you. That's just kind of the quick thing. I really can't think of anything else at the moment, but I really wanted to do this video to get that out, because listen, it's done happened, okay? And it has not been beautiful, you know. This is things people don't talk about when they become a homeowner. They just want to they just want to fancy it up. And I'm not saying that you can't talk about these things, but it's great to talk about them, because it helps other people to feel like they are not alone in this. So that's really all that I have for you guys. I just wanted to give you guys some advice. Stay encouraged, you know, keep working hard if you need to focus on your credit. Oh, and before we go, I also started a side business. So I love budgeting. I love planning. I tell you guys this all the time. I am a planner by nature. That really needs to be on a shirt, because I am. So I decided to come up with my own budgeting business. It is called Your Personal Budgeter. So I will basically be helping people all around the world, because We don't have to meet face to face for me to help you with your budget. We can FaceTime, email, talk on the phone. I handle everything for you. So that's kind of why I also wanted to do this video, because if you are trying to become a homeowner, budgeting is key, and tackling that debt is also key to the process, because no person, once you get, people fail to realize, yes, you got pre-approved, but you still have to get that final say from the, what's the word for those people? From the underwriter. You have to get that final approval from them. So anything that's in your background that kind of skate through, you need to be coming up with a plan and letting them know this is what you plan to do. So I have come up with my own business. You can check me out on Instagram and Facebook. And if you know my website, I actually have a section for it until I feel like I want to branch off and do an own website, because I'm doing this thing in life where I'm not waiting for the perfect website, not waiting for the perfect time. I don't want to wait. I just want to do what I am passionate about, and I know everything else will flow. So if you need help with your budget, you need help with getting your finances in order, you can definitely hit me up on my website at itsjuststeph.com and click on Your Personal Budgeter, or you can go to Your Personal Budgeter on Instagram and Facebook, and it will direct you directly to my link for you to book me. I give a free 5-minute consultation just to understand what you need from me. And this is different. I wanted to explain this. This is really different because I give you the tools to invest and save. I also teach you how to maintain this budget, you know, giving you a month span of everything. I do so much, and it's only $25 for 1 hour. I offer so much just for 1 hour, because why? I want you to focus on budgeting. And I did add a section for debt. I will walk you through how to tackle your debt. We will work on it together. I see so many companies that do debt and creditors and stuff, and it's so overpriced and it's ridiculous. And I just want to teach you the tools to continue on, because life happens. You will fall one time or two, you will have debt one time or two again. It's just life. It happens, you know, obstacles come your way. So I want to give you the tools to continue on to becoming debt free. So if you're interested, go check those out. I'll drop those links below. But in the meantime, I really hope you guys who are on this journey becoming homeowners, I wish you much success, and I can't wait for you to tell me if you became a homeowner. You know, 2018 is getting those goals and knocking them down. So guys, I will see you in the next video.